All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Pakadash, Pakadam. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone of the well, and a salute and a shalom to all the Akim that are out here labor, pushing this truth in all sincerity and in truth. Real quick, live stream. It's probably going to be just 15 minutes. All right. I watched a video of the camp video of Zabak. Me and other Akim was speaking on it in the group chat, and there was a fight on the video at the camp, and Jake Jake left the camp to get to look at the fight and all that. So basically, that was out of order, okay? Because about told him to get back in order, right? He told him to come back to the camp, but he did after though. But this is that's why at camp you have to be spiritual. You can't be carnal, man. This is Matthew 26. Matthew 26, and because Yahweh Shah told this Peter, so I can find it. Okay, Matthew 26 and um and 51. It says, and behold, one of them which were with Yahweh Shah stretched out his hand and drew his sword and struck a servant of the high priest and smote off his ear. Now, the one that did that was Peter. All right. And Yahweh Shah said this. He said, this is verse 52. Verse 52. Then said Yahweh Shah unto him, put up again thy sword into its place, for all they that take the sword shall perish with the sword. All right. Let's get Romans 8 real quick. Romans 8 and 6. It says, Shalom, Akwa, Nayan, Na'awa, daughter of Jerusalem. Shalom, Shalom, Shalom. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, Bashem Bakadash, Bakadah. All right. It says, okay, it says, for to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. All right. The carnal mind leads to death, man. Right? Right, man. So at camp, when someone is fighting, right? Don't worry about that, man. Mind your business. Stay focused on the ministry, man. All right, stay focused on the ministry, man. No bringing guns to camp, no bringing knives to camp, or anything like that, man. Okay? It says, because the carnal mind is enmity against Yahweh, for it is not subject to the law of Yahweh, neither indeed can be. Right? Now, carnal means flesh. All right? So if you're carnal, you are always resorting to the flesh, man. All right, when you get into a verbal argument, right? You want to start fighting, all right? You want to get physical. You want to get carnal, all right? You want to throw hands. But it says, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. So being spiritual, that leads to life. Being spiritual leads to life, man. Being carnal leads to death. All right? Hold on. Yeah. Let's get, I think it's First Corinthians 10, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Uh, hold on, is it? It might be Second Corinthians. Slack about that. It is Second Corinthians 10. Okay, Second Corinthians 10, and I'll start at 2. It says, but I beseech you that I may not be bold when I am present, when I am present with thy with that confidence wherewith I think to be bold against some which think of us as if we walked according to the flesh. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. Right? Now, even though we are walking in the flesh, we do not war after it, man. Right? Meaning we don't get carnal, man. We stay spiritual. All right? Because at camp a while back, this guy, this demonic ass Jake was he was drunk. He he swung on us a few times, but we didn't do nothing though. We just stayed spiritual. All right, now mind you, we haven't seen him at camp since, right? He probably got judged, all right? But basically, there was a test, all right? And plus, we didn't want the ministry to be blamed, okay? Because it says this: for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh to the pulling down of strongholds. Okay, so so we don't use carnal weapons, man. We don't use swords. We don't use guns or anything like that, man. We stay spiritual, man. Okay, it says what in mm, mm, yeah, Hebrews, Hebrews 4:12. Get that. Hebrews 4:12 says, "For the word of Yahweh is quick and powerful, sharper than any two-edged sword." So this word cuts. This word cuts, man. This word is our sword. Okay? It says, "For the word of Yahweh is quick and powerful, sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart." Okay? Let's get Ephesians 6:17. Ephesians 6:17. It says, it says, it says, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the spirit, which is the word of Yahweh. So this word, this this good news is the sword of the spirit. This is all we need. All we need is this word, man. This word cuts. This word slices and dices, man. We don't need to be fighting the camp, man. Nor getting nor getting in the middle of an altercation in camp, man. Mind your business. Mind your business, man. Stay in order. Okay? As simple as that. It says, let's start at uh yeah, let's start at 10. Ephesians 6 and 10. Con. The water, the water. Uh say, finally, my brethren, be strong in Yahweh and in the power of his might. Put on the whole Put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil, all right? The tricks of the devil, man. It say, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. All right, man? So, all right, man, so we deal with demons, man. We deal with spirits in this knowledge, man. So this war is not a war of the flesh, man. It's a war of the spirit, man. This is a spiritual battle, man. In a spiritual battle, you cannot get carnal, man. You cannot get carnal in a spiritual battle because you will lose every time, right? But being spiritual, you will win, man. It says, wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, right? The breastplate of righteousness is having faith, man, in his word. It says, and your feet shod, all right, your feet ready with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of Yahweh. All right? Praying always with all prayer and supplication uh, in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints. Right? So this is a spiritual battle. This is a spiritual war. Right? In this knowledge, we fight demons and all that, man. Okay? So the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. Because being carnal, it leads to what? Death, man. Now, Revelation says what? Say, he that take the sword shall perish with the sword, right? Let's get this. Revelation 13 and 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. Now, who was being carnal? The ancients of Corey, right? They were being carnal. Let's get at it. Acts 5 and Acts 5 and I think it's 37. Okay. But I'll start up at 36. It says, for before these days rose up Theudas, boasting himself to be somebody, to whom a number of men, about 400, joined themselves, who were slain. And all as many as obeyed him were scattered and brought to naught. Right? When it came up against the Roman Empire. Right? It says, because they were being taxed real heavy. It says, After this man rose up Judas of Galilee in the days of the taxing, and drew away much people after him. He also perished. And all, even as many as obeyed him, were dispersed. Right? So, being carnal, it leads to what, man? It leads to death. So, what's the point of being carnal, man, when you will lose? Being spiritual, you will win. Being carnal, you will lose. It says, and now I say unto you, refrain from these men and let them alone. For if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught. Now, being carnal, it will come to naught. It says, but if it be of Yahweh, ye cannot overthrow it. Least happily ye be found able to fight against Yahweh. Right? So, all right, man, but being what? Spiritual, that's of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Okay? See something real quick. Let's see. It says what? It says, let all things be done decently and it says, let all things be done decently and in order. Okay? So it can't be in order, but be spiritual. Jacob, someone is fighting, don't worry about it, man. You focus on the ministry, man. Don't let the ministry be blamed. Let me get that. Ain't that? Okay. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Second Corinthians, 6:3, it says, giving no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed. Right? So you getting in the middle of an altercation or going to see an altercation at camp, that's giving an offense, man. Right? All right, man, because they're going to say that you were in it, man. They're going to say that you're the cause of it because you're in the middle of it, or you're going to see what's happening, man. Jake, what's happening is none of your business, man. Focus on the ministry, man. Focus on bringing the word out, man. Don't let the ministry be blamed. Basically, don't give Esau uh, uh, um, uh, no room to pull, man. Okay, because he already said on what's that? Yeah, on the website Project Megiddo, that he said the black Hebrew Israelites, right? He already said we're violent. He already said we're dangerous. We start riots. So why give this man anything to pull with, man? He's the accuser of the brethren, right? Revelation 12 and 10. All right, it says, and I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now has come salvation and strength, and the kingdom of our power and the power of his anointed. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night. Okay? So, who's the accuser of the brethren, man? Esau is. So why give this bastard anything to pull at, man? Why give him any ammunition, man? Why do it? Okay? Jake, you need to understand something, man. Esau, he flourishes at being carnal. Jake, we flourish at being spiritual. Okay, Esau's blessing is the sword. Okay, our blessing is this. This is our This is our blessing, man. This word, man. This word does more damage than what Esau could. This this word, this spiritual sword, it does more damage than Esau's sword, man. So be spiritual, man. Be spiritual at camp. Be wise, man. Use wisdom in these last days. I wish I said what in Matthew? Matthew 10 and 16. This is the last one I'm going to close out. All right. It says, Matthew 10 and 16, it says, Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Right? A dove is harmless. Right? A serpent is what? Patient. All right? Because when you see a serpent hunting for food, right? The serpent waits in the bush until the right opportunity, right, to strike and get his prey. Esau is patient, Jake. Esau is patient, man. Right? Jake, be patient, right? Be wise as a serpent and harmless as doves, man. We are sheep. Sheep, man. Sheep don't fight. Sheep are harmless, man. Jake, now I'm not saying if someone just start hitting you, that you just let them hit you. No. Always defend yourself if need be. But it can't be spiritual, man. Don't be carnal. Okay? So, real quick lesson, man. So with that, I say shalom. All praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kwakwadak, Kwakwadam. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. And a salute and a shalom to all the Akim that are out here laboring, pushing this truth in all sincerity and in truth. With that, I say shalom. Shalom to the Aqua, the young daughter of Jerusalem, and walk circumspectly 144. Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah Barakatah. Shalom.